Hey, I'm using your channel as a witness. As a witness, actually. So it's me, Moses. I told you my situation. So watch this. With the unofficial intelligence, with the camera, I go shopping. I have to buy something for my laptop. I'm gonna generate a revenue. They have took me down with the unofficial intelligence. Getting a job is because I'll be on their grounds. They don't want me to be on their grounds or not in their environment for absolutely nothing. They have made legend stories and then put objects in front of my house. They have made legend stories and put objects in front of my house. Say that's you. That is your belief. That is your scam. That is your scam, and that's what you want to believe. Keep that in your head. But it ain't funny for me. But I'm gonna do a YouTube page. Everyone's doing this, but you can actually generate a revenue. I got a joke for you. Now nobody can save me. I don't want them to save me. I rather you. We go to court. We win for my 11 children. I actually studied what it is and what's the common laws for a single parent. But then that's civil, right? It's not the criminal code. But now we're beyond the criminal code. We're on the roof or on the moon of a code because it's past the criminal code. It is beyond the criminal code. But removing someone from total rights from having children is totally friggin' wrong. They have incredible things that are true. Things that they can't even fucking they can't even deny that those kids are mine. They can't even deny those kids are mine. It is incredible. That is true. They have falsely created stories by moving neighbors on my street because of voice recognition. I go get some rolling papers from somebody. He gets millions. But they walk away and they laugh and then they share it on YouTube. There's a big line. Then they share it on YouTube and they make up stories. And then they say, save him. I'll tell you what, I'll save myself. And I'm going to beat the ones that play against me. I'm going to beat the ones that snag my kids. I'm going to beat the ones that robbed me. I am very professional and I have a high skill with the public. I have to reunite and prove it. But this time we're going to do it through a glass, which is a screen. I also found out today they found a way to tell me because I also found out the surveillors found a way to tell me that I am a rat. Well, guess what? Guess what? It's probably because I wrote to you. I won't stop because why stop? You have more to win than you can lose. But now you have nothing to lose, so let them lose. And honestly, you're a lawyer. I'm going to use you as an example for self-defense. They put someone on me, the government, and they think I'm not going to harm this person. Well, I'm not criminal, but you have been criminal. I'm not criminal, but they have beyond past criminal codes. They have beyond past criminal codes. Nowhere to go with it, but they ain't getting me for 65 million. And they don't know what a stalker is. So reaching to your dialogue, reaching to your show, your program, will prove something, right? Because I'm doing it correctly, without violence, because they have violence, without being a monkey, without being funny. I love ladies, and they are pushing another way. They are trying to scamously scam everybody in front of their face. They are engineers with lies. They're charmers and full of bullshitters. But tomorrow, I'm not going outside because there's 65 million and a dude. They brainwashed this person, and they really did. I'm more for my kids and my rights, not their legend stories that they can't even go to court to. Because one, they'd say, well, why would we want to go to court? He didn't do anything. Correct. And if we did go to court, we can't prove anything. Correct. So if we go to court, he wins. But what he could prove belongs to him because what they made up is not true. I have a story with a Jimmy. The man is a man and he was a poor man, but the system wanted to help him. But the system wanted to help them, but they manipulated their own tools. They manipulated their own story. They made up a story to help somebody. That was maybe a year before this year, and they terrified and they scared a lot of people. That's okay, because we all come from the same people. But I'm using you as an example because you're a lawyer, and I got a joke. Half of them know TV, and half of them know life, and half of them know everything. They make legend stories on me that are not true. But your image scares them because you come from the 70s and I come from the 80s. So me and you would kick ass and rock it off and kick them off the boat with all their bullshit stories. You're a lawyer. What do you need? The basics. They won't let me enter anything because they are blocking me for getting a job. They are blocking me with Skynet. They're blocking me with technology. So I'm going to inform myself next week. Stay the fuck away from them because I'm going to stab somebody. And I don't need the lottery. What I need is to generate a revenue of what I know and what I can do.
I want to talk to you a little bit about today, about self-defense and case.
So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open the YouTube page. I need you to follow it. I need you to always leave me, find friends or find mostly everybody to leave me comments. They're going to get angry and pissed. But they're going to get angry and pissed. And 90% of the world's going to love my channel because they're going to say, this is the guy that got robbed. They robbed his kids. This is the guy that won't take the lottery. All right? So they place Lotto Max 65 million because my grandfather almost saved 65 million people. Now, that's totally true. And I think it's 8+1. It's politics. It's not Justin Trudeau. Leave him out of this. It's not the NDPs. It's not the Conservatives. It's not the Liberals. It's a government that thinks they're a government. They are not a government. But it's okay. They actually played 8 for politics and 1 for 9. So it makes a total of 9 million. Now, as I said, 9 million. Now they want to give me 7 million. They just added 649. You're my number one. How about this, man? I generate my own channel and I do my own thing and I don't take their millions. The reason why I want to generate a channel is I want to show them my potentials that they are hiding from you and the world. I want the world to stop playing me. That could be done correctly and the technology is going to blow up. The technology is going to lose. The technology is going to want to hurt itself. I swear to God. I'm not joking. The reason why is because people are always going to be pleased. People are always going to see. And at the end of a year on YouTube, the questions that I'm going to get back is, dude, you could have had your kids. You could have had your life. Who played with you? Now, these incredible people, I have some involved. I have a joke for you. You don't understand how you can mirrorize it, but I think you could. There was something going on in Toronto. Vehicles were getting robbed, and it happened on TV, and they play colors. I can prove it. But the thing that I'm worried is I have a brother. He looks like Patrick Roy, and a hockey player got robbed. So it worries me. Great white man like you, but a newer model. The great man. I don't play with these people, but I do go outside because I'm homeless and I'm on welfare. 99% of this time I'm not outside. But I've been outside, and I know they play games outside. They actually find subjects. They put subjects in front of me while I'm sitting, absolutely not speaking because they use voice recognition. And then they come up with something else, but they got all these technology. And I don't mind being outside because I know that they have real issues. They have real issues and real problems. Remember, the story started with a black man going to church and getting food. I got along with the priest. I don't want to know the priest anymore because the priest should know what a legend story is. And the priest should know he was trying to get his money, right? He wasn't trying to rob us, so why would he make legend stories? But the priest went on the boat and made up stories, but falsely, not correctly thinking how wrong it is with someone that can't read and has a disability. because that falls into Skynet. But that doesn't bother me because Skynet picks up information. Skynet plays games. Skynet plays games. They go for it. I don't blame them. I also don't blame them, but I'm not contesting against my friends. I'm contesting against a machine. I'm contesting against something that's not going to win. I'm more for humanity. I'm more for people in the public. I know it's going to love me and find a new vocabulary in me. It's going to find a tool in me. Skynet needs to know. Right now, they're throwing their own tools in their own toolbox. And they're pulling out a tool that belongs in their toolbox, but they shouldn't pull it out because it's not their toolbox. And I don't want nothing from the toolbox, but I wanted food from God. God has gave me food. Check this story out. 7 years later, now they want to take a tool out of the box for me. They would call it a banana, but I'll call it their own tool. But their own tool has ruined me. Their own tool has robbed me and screwed me and played me. But now the tool wants to reward me. Put it back in the toolbox. And why don't you just listen and watch my page? Because I am going to generate a revenue.